Most people don't realize this, but there are 6 different types of growth operators. But it's important to know the differences of all 6 types because whether you're a coach or an operator yourself, you need to know which skill sets each operator excels at so you can either highlight those skill sets while you're trying to get hired by a coach or vet for those skill sets if you're a coach trying to hire an operator. Now, in this video, I'll be going through all 6 and more importantly, showing you what each one is good at and some live examples of what each one is in real life. If you don't know who I am, my name is Lionel Betoden. I've been a growth operator for about 8 months now. Of course, we have the classic screenshots, but we both know screenshots can be pulled from anywhere. So this is my live account from the active clients that we have right now. And I can just go through each one so you can see them for yourself, right? Because you can fake screenshots, but you cannot fake a live account. So getting back into this, the first type of operator we have is the content operator. So the content operator is responsible for getting attention. Now that is really, really, really important because there's this false belief that you can just hop on any creator or any creator can just make money, but businesses are a function of attention because it's a correlation of like how much attention you can get from the market if you're able to get the right type of attention, and then the second half of that is can you convert that attention. But most people, most operators think that they can just go all in and only focus on the conversion, right, with a suboptimal creator or a suboptimal audience, right, which is what the content operator fixes. He comes up with winning formats, manages editing staff, knows how to introduce top of funnel, middle of funnel, and bottom of funnel ecosystems into the ecosystem, etc. A very good example of this is my boy Josh. Now, you might not know who Josh is, but I'm sure you know who Sue is. Now, Sue, I don't know him personally, but Sue was stuck at about 30 grand per month, and his following only had like 20,000 people in it until he ran into Josh, his content operator, who completely transformed his ecosystem, completely transformed his content. And that's why Sue was able to scale so much, simply because of the content that he was putting out. Because if you don't know, Sue started off as a growth operator, right? Another type of growth operator that we're going to get into in the future, but he was still stuck at 30K per month. It wasn't until he introduced a content operator that helped him attract higher quality people into his ecosystem that everything worked out. And Josh has not only done this for him, but you can see Jonas in here in his highlights. You can see Mohees. There's so many people that Josh has helped out. Like, this is the importance of a content operator. They are cracked. Now, second type of operator is really important because you can get all the attention in the world from a content operator, but if you don't know how to convert that attention, you're fucked, which is where the funnel operator comes in. So the funnel operator is responsible for converting that attention. This person comes up with a conversion mechanism, whether it be a VSL call funnel, webinar, low ticket ascension, book funnel, whatever. It doesn't really matter. This operator is also really good at fucking direct response. Like, this is a copywriting master. This is the type of person that knows who Alan Soltanic is, watches all his content. He's read all the Eugene Schwartz books, all the copywriting books. Like, you need to vet this person of like how good they are at direct response. Because if you have a funnel operator that fucking sucks at direct response, you are fucked, right? Next thing, he's a scientist when it comes to testing. So with copywriting and building funnels and a lot of stuff out there, right? You have to test like a fucking scientist. You cannot make tests or decisions based on your fucking emotions, right? You have to look at the data, you have to look at the control, you have to change one variable at a time, see how the data reacts to it, and then go like that. So you have to vet your funnel operator for that type of behavior. Another type of behavior that you want to vet them for, this is kind of like, this is a joke, but it's also not. They kind of have to be fucking autistic, because to be able to like get super nerdy with the fucking copywriting and the direct response and the funnels and all that stuff, there's a level of autism that's fucking required. Now, the best like direct response marketing funnel operator I fucking know is my business partner, Vlad. Now, Vlad is a fucking demon. Okay, if this shit will load. So, Vlad, basically within our agency, we've collected 7.9 million for what's it called, info products and owners and coaches. Like we've done that. You want to know where the majority of that stuff come from? This motherfucker right here. This motherfucker right here. As you can see, he's at 7.2. This motherfucker right here. This guy is a straight fucking direct response demon. But as you can see, he's a funnel operator, so his content isn't the best because he's not a content operator, right? But you would look at this content and be like, oh, he's not that. This motherfucker is cracked. This motherfucker is cracked, right? So that brings up like the importance of understanding this, right? Because you look at a content operator, right? They can get a whole bunch of views, but they can't convert shit, right? And be like, oh, they're fucked up. Or you look at a funnel operator and you're like, oh, they can't get views, but they're fucking demons at fucking converting shit. This is why it's important to understand the distinctions between all these different type of operators. Next up, and I'll tell you which type of operator I am right here in a second. But next up is a tech operator. So tech operator is the person that just automates everything. He's responsible for smoothing out the conversion process. He's a person that's building out the email SMS flows. He's the one that's automating messages between GHL and whether it be Discord, whether it be Slack, whether it be all that fucking nerdy shit. I don't fucking know. Like this is like you know what I'm talking about. Like also this person at this current point in time, if you really want to know who in your circle is a tech operator, they're the person that's like really getting into fucking AI. They're the person that's like into all the AI automations and all that fucking bullshit right now. They probably want to start an AI automation company, if I'm being honest. Now, the best tech operator that I know right now is this guy right here, Chris West. Right, I'm not gonna open up our messages because that will be exposure shit. Chris, but I will show you, right? So he started off as, how do I spell his name? As just a regular schmegler growth operator, right? And what he did is he switched his offer to an AI offer, to where he just builds out a whole bunch of AI agents for coaches and stuff like that. But now he's working with like really big like companies and shit. Like you can see where's his there's I know he like, here we go, like he's working with Starbucks, McKinsey, Nike. Like it's fucking crazy, bro. It's crazy the people I fucking know, bro. But yeah, so that's a tech operator. I told you, tech operators, they're fucking nerdy with it. I told you, they're trying to start AI companies and shit. Now, sales operator. So sales operator obviously is responsible for putting money in the fucking bank. Because if you don't get it by now, I'm basically just teaching you the importance of like the different stages of a fucking company. Because first you have to get attention, right? Then you have to convert that attention. Then you have to get that converted attention to put money in your fucking bank account, right? So it's not that one person is more important than the other person. They just all have their specific jobs. But you need to be able to break them down so you can bet for who you're hiring if you're a coach, or so that you can like highlight your specific skills to a coach depending on what you see in their funnel when you're funnel hacking them, right? So responsible for putting money in the bank account. He's a master of sales, but also a master at recruiting, hiring, and training sales reps. That's really important. The most important thing is recruiting. Holy fuck. You do not understand how retarded most sales reps are. They're fucking stupid. And it's because of like the whole entire sales industry or a high ticket sales space is being biz-opped, right? So they're just putting all these fucking dumbasses on offers that don't know shit. They can fucking close a wide open door. You can obviously tell that I'm getting passionate about this because this fucking pisses me off, bro. And most importantly, right here is sophisticated enough to be able to communicate data from sales and content, right? So what I'm talking about is a fucking marketing and sales feedback loop. Because what happens in these operations is that you start off with like a certain level of fucking marketing, right? From just all the research that you do. But here's the thing, it doesn't matter how much research you do, you will never understand the customer until you speak to the fucking customer. Surprise, right? So this sales operator, the person that's in charge of like the part of the company that's actually speaking to the customer, needs to be sophisticated enough to take that data and communicate that with the content and funnel operator, which is just marketing, right? So that the content can get better on the front end, the funnel can be more optimizing, changing the copy, changing the CTAs, things of that nature, right? If they're running ads, I guess they will work in conjunction to make creatives and ad copy, right? But all of that data comes from the people that they're actually talking to. That's what I mean by is sophisticated enough to be able to communicate data from the sales to content. Right now, we're gonna get into the last two, but first, I just started a Discord community. For right now, it is completely free. It is just a space for people that are high ticket operators, coaches, consultants, mentors, agency owners, everybody in the high ticket space to just go in, chat. Right now, I'm going to build out course modules, but my approach to building out course modules is actually talking to the audience first to see what you guys are actually struggling with. So that's why it's free for right now. It will be paid in the future. So if you want early access, it's the first link in the description. Right now, getting into the next type of operator, we have the hybrid operator. So the hybrid operator is just an operator that operates on clients and also coaches other operators, right? Good example of this is, and I don't know this person personally, is Jonas Warwick. I think that's how you spell his name, right? Jonas Warwick is considered a hybrid operator because he operates on clients and he has his own offers. Here's another one, Mohis, right? I know he is Neuroknowledge's operator. I don't know how to spell his name. I think it's with a U. Mohis. So Mahis is another example of a hybrid operator, right? So he has his own clients that he coaches, but he also operates on coaches. Right now, this is an important person to understand because you need to understand that once you're at a level where people trust you enough to like allow you to coach them, right? There's a how do I explain this? You just have more authority. You just have more authority over not only the clients that you that you might onboard onto the agency aspect itself, but also your students in the overall marketplace, right? And lastly, it's the complete operator. So it's self-explanatory because the complete operator is somebody that is good at from essentially everything from the front end to the back end. So he can create the content, he can optimize the funnel, he can do all the tech, he can do all the sales, right? He can also do coaching, right? Now, if you want to know where I sit on this, right, I tend to shift from the sales operator to the content operator because that's just my skill set, right? I've been in sales for like 4 years, right? I'm really like, bro, I'm really good at fucking sales. I could sell I could sell a dry vacation to the fucking Sahara Desert to a fucking fish. Like, I'm amazing at sales. I'll sell things. Don't ever try to, if you're ever on a sales call with me, you better pray I will fucking sell the shit out of you. All right. And I obviously get into content because I'm pretty decent at content, right? Now, if you ask me to fucking build funnels and shit like that, I understand it. Like, because as an operator, I need to understand it. And am I like the absolute fucking best copywriter? Am I the absolute best at direct response? Fuck no, I'm not. That's why I let my boy Vlad take care of that shit. Tech, right? I just made a video about like just discovering fucking agentic AI for the first time. You think the person that's just now discovering agentic AI is good at tech? Fuck no, right? But that's the importance of this. Right, because I understand my skill set. I understand what I'm good for, so I can just put people around me that can cover these two. But if you're just like, oh, I'm a fucking operator, blah blah blah, but you don't know specifically what you're good at and specifically what you're not good at, that's where you get bad client results. That's why you fucking build a bad reputation. That's why you can't hire fucking clients because you're not fucking specific about what is your skill set, what type of operator that you have, right? So now, once again, link to the Discord community that you can join for free for right now is in the description. And all of this is cool, but if you want a exact example of how I put everything together and got one of my clients like the best results that he's gotten so far, literally 10x his business in 30 days, click this video that just popped up.